Oh my gosh, we have another plane crash here in the United States. Watch this. This was a plane owned by Motley Crue singer Vince Neil. This accident happened in Arizona at the Scottsdale airport on Monday afternoon, according to officials. One person passed away. It was reportedly the pilot. So it was a Learjet 35A crashed into a parked plane, a Gulfstream 200 business jet, after landing at the Scottsdale airport. Now, Captain Dave Folio, who is a spokesperson for the Scottsdale Fire Department, confirmed the death and 4 injuries, adding that 2 people are in critical condition. So 1 fatality, 2 people in critical condition, and then 2 other people injured. This is the 4th plane crash that we've had in the United States. The Learjet was arriving from Austin, Texas, veered off the runway into a parked jet, and the arriving plane's left main gear appeared to have failed upon landing, causing the collision. You can see it doesn't have its landing gear. So the landing gear is off, and then you see it just colliding into the other plane. Wow. And so this led to 1 fatality, which is said to be the pilot, 2 people in critical condition, and a total of 4 people, including the 2 that are in critical condition, have been injured.
Fly straight out. Flying straight out, 8069. Clear track 180, fly eastbound, please. Exit the airspace.
Fly eastbound, exit airspace, clear track 180.
Big check 751, maintain pattern out, or I'm sorry, just maintain your altitude and enter a right base, expect to go around. We just had an emergency.
What is the maintenance history on this airplane? Has this plane been maintained properly? These are things that the FAA is going to want to know.
They will look at what they call human factors, if there were any indications that there was a problem upon landing and how the pilots responded to that problem, if it was something that was controllable at all on their end. And
so was this human error?
Also, they'll look at survivability factors.
Okay, if you look right here, you can see the wreckage on the plane. So the landing gear clearly came off the plane. So was this a mechanical failure? Was this a pilot failure? And then we've got the wreckage on the aircraft that it hit right here. So this seems like it was a major mechanical failure on the part of the plane.
Straight out. Flying straight out, 8069. Clear track 180, fly eastbound, please. Exit the airspace.
Fly eastbound, exit airspace, clear track 180.
Big check 751, maintain pattern out, or I'm sorry, just maintain your altitude and enter a right base, expect to go around. We just had an emergency.
Vince Neil was not on board this aircraft. He was not on the plane. He was not injured. His girlfriend was on the plane, and so were his dogs. So his plane was the one that was involved in this deadly crash at the Arizona airport, but Motley Crue frontman was not on the plane, but his girlfriend was. You can see here the wreckage from the plane. You can see this is the plane that lost its landing gear and crashed into this jet right here. You can see rescuers rushing to get to the scene. And again, we have 1 person fatally wounded, 2 other people in critical condition, and a total of 4 people who were injured. You can just see that this is the plane that does not have its landing gear, and you can hear it grating onto the gravel. Listen to that. And then, and you could see the plane listing on its left side, so we know it was the left landing gear that did not deploy. And then it just T-bones into the jet that's sitting there parked. see it listing, and then, oh, and you can see here, this is the wreckage from the plane. This is the plane that was hit. This is the one that lost its left landing gear that T-boned right into the jet. So on board Vince Neil's plane were 2 pilots, 2 passengers, and Vince Neil was not on the plane. Scottsdale Fire Captain Dave Folio said a person was trapped in Vince Neil's jet after the crash, but rescuers were able to free them from the wreckage. The person was transferred to a trauma center in critical condition. First responders, you can see them here working to rescue a victim who is trapped inside the plane. The airport confirmed the crash on Twitter. An accident has occurred upon arrival to runway 21, the airport posted on Twitter. So as you can see there, the plane was listing to the left, listing this way as it comes in, and then it just T-bones into the Gulf Stream. Wow. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for Reporter Room so you don't miss the latest breaking news.